Wednesday, January 28th, 4:45 p.m. Welcome everybody. This is a live, so you can interact with me in the comment section below. We are going to take a look at the financial data of Tesla that was released at 4 o'clock p.m. this afternoon. We are going to take a look at this. We are going to look at those numbers a little bit and look at the beat. So Tesla beat earnings expectations. So what have they beaten exactly? Revenues, profits, both. By how much? We are going to take a look at this. And we are going to take a look at the impact that we are starting to see on the chart, on the stock chart. We are starting to see the impact a little bit. It's possible that the impact is going to change because Elon is going to be talking in approximately 45 minutes. So depending on what he says, the impact might be bigger, but we are going to take a look at the actual range of numbers that you need to look at. So we are going to take a look at all of this right now. As if it was not enough, we are going to take a look at the rest of the market. Gold, Bitcoin, silver, Ethereum also. So let's start this right away. So Tesla closed at 431.46, 0.56 cents higher, 0.13% higher. So this is the close at 4 o'clock. So at 4 o'clock, things were not looking that good. For those that are used to this channel, we closed at 4 o'clock outside of our bullish channel. The big bullish channel we have been watching since since it started, and it became clear in August that this was the channel that Tesla was in, and it has served us well. But now we are outside of it. Well, sorry, I'm having some problems with my highlights. So we are outside of it. We started getting outside of it not too long ago, January 20th. Outside, came back in for 2 days, then outside. So we are still outside of it. So at the close at 4 p.m., things were not looking too good. We were not back into it. We were still outside of it. So this is the first thing that we see. This is the close at 431.46. Now, post-market 444.85.90. So we are up 13 bucks. So we are up 3%. This is not nothing. We are up 3%. So where does that 3% takes us? Is it taking us back into our bullish channel? These are the things that are interesting to see. A good news would be that we should be back into our bullish channel, because this is what we are, this is an indication that Tesla is going higher. So when we are outside of it, this is an indication that Tesla is not going higher, and we want Tesla to go higher. So does that 444.31, is it getting us back into our bullish channel? The answer is no. So far, no. This is the post-market is this blue line right here. I don't know if you see it. This is the blue line right here, and the next candle is going to come tomorrow. It's going to start here, and right now we are just still right outside of our bullish channel. What number would we like to see tomorrow morning at the open? We would like to see exactly above 452.91. 452.91 is right here. This is right here. This is the congestion zone that started within the big bullish channel, started right into it, and now this is continuing, and this is where we are stuck. So Tesla is stuck. It has been stuck for the past 4 or 5 days. It is stuck between 426.47, which is, let me show you here, which is right here, and 452.91. So we are into a congestion zone, and right now, as I said, that congestion zone is taking us outside of the bullish channel. So it does not mean that Tesla is going lower. When a stock stops to go high, it usually starts to go sideways for a while, and then it decides what it wants to do. Does it want to continue down or continue up? So right now we are in this sideways move. And so far with the post market that we have, we are not back into the bullish channel. So we'll see what happens after Elon talks. But if after Elon's talk, we are starting to see above 452.91, this is going to be good news, because it will mean that we are getting outside of this bullish, of this congestion zone, and we are back into the bullish channel. So the number you want to notice, the number you want to have in mind tomorrow morning is what? 452.91. So why are we higher post market than the close that we had at 4 p.m.? Well, we have the earnings number. Look at this. So in terms of earnings, the profits and everything, so the estimate was 0.451, so 0.45, and Tesla reported 0.5. So this is a 10% surprise. That's not nothing. It's a 10% surprise. This is good. In terms of revenues, we also have a beat. So beat on earnings, beat on revenue. Revenue 24.9 was reported, and the estimate was at 24.74. So a little bit of a beat, less than 1%, 161 million bucks more than what was expected. This is good for 0.65%. So it's nice to have a beat. It's nice to have a beat, and as I say, we always need technical analysis to see if the stock is going to break a previous pattern, because we saw it in the past. You can look at my videos. I have 5 years of videos every single day. You can look at the past. We had in the past, and just right here, I'm going to tell you the exact date. Wednesday, July 20th, 2022, we had a 25% earnings beat, a 2% revenue beat. Right here. What did happen? We went a little bit higher, went approximately from 261 to 314, and then we crashed down to 103. So earnings are not everything, and we had some not too bad earnings in the middle of this drop down. So earnings are not everything. Now we know what the earnings are. Elon is going to be talking. So what he is going to say is going to impact how people are going to react. But still, the number we need to remember, 452.91, this is the number that counts. So let's take a look a little bit at this, at the earnings call. So, well, at the earnings. The call is going to come later. So let's take a quick look right here. Okay, and let me just jump to this section right here. So let's just realize that Q4 2025, Tesla, in terms of production, Model 3 and Y production, 422,000. So Tesla produced less cars in Q4 than in Q3. In Q3, we were at 435. Just a little bit less. And if we compare it to Q2 and Q1, we were below 400,000. So that 422, yes, it's less than Q3, but it's still not too bad if we look at the overall year of 2025. It's not too bad. Other models, 11,000. This is on the low side. So that's a little bit less. In terms of Q4, we are at 434 in terms of production, whereas we were at 447 in Q3, 410 in Q2, and 362 in Q1. So still not too bad overall. In terms of deliveries, so we are at 406, and in Q3 we were at 481. We were at 481, but there was a special situation that made it go this high. If we look at total deliveries, 418 compared to 497 in Q3. And Q1 and Q2 were really quite lower. So, you know, this is not too bad. And if we have a beat on those lower numbers, I find it quite interesting. And let's look at active full self-driving subscriptions. They are starting to give us that information. 1.1 million. So people are starting a little bit to buy this, because if you want to buy this, you need to buy this before February 14th. After that, it won't be available to purchase. It's going to be just the subscriptions. So I think that this means right here, let me check this. So I think it's the monthly subscriptions. It's not the purchase outright. So it's the subscriptions, 1.1 million. So they are starting to track this. It was 0.8 in Q4 2024, and this is slowly but surely increasing. So this is going to give Tesla additional revenues. Because, you know, the cars are just out. The hardware is on the cars, and people are subscribing or not. So this is almost pure profit. So let's take a look at total automotive revenues, 17 billion compared to 21 last quarter. Revenues 24.9, this is the beat, and it used to be 28 in Q3. Gross profit, look at this. I kind of like this, you know, the gross profit, 5 billion, just a little bit lower than Q3 with much less deliveries. But we are pretty much even right there. And the GAAP gross margin, 20%. So Tesla is starting to have an increase in margin, 20% in Q4, whereas we were at 18, 17, 16, 16. So this is really interesting. Operating expenses, they have gone higher, but we still have a nice gross margin. Operating expenses, 3.6. Income from operation 1.4, operating margins 5.7, which compares good for what happened in 2025. Adjusted EBITDA, we are at 4.1, last quarter 4.2. The margin 16.7, and previously 15, 15, 14, 16. So you see, this is where things are starting to look a little bit better. Net income, net income 840. Okay, this is lower. The non-GAAP 1.7 in the past, and the GAAP earnings per share 24, but the estimate was for that 50. So the 50 is the beat right there. So what else is interesting to see? The free cash flow is a little bit lower, 1.4 instead of 3.9. The cash is increasing. Net cash provided by operating activities, 3.8 versus 6. Still better than the rest of the year, except for that Q3. So I will jump over this right here. And we have covered this. Is there anything interesting here? Tesla locations. So locations are, increasing. Superchargers also. So everything is increasing. Yeah. So I think we've covered pretty much it. Let's take a look at the rest of the market. So again, Elon is going to talk at 4:30 Central Time. So this is 5:30, if I'm not mistaken, Eastern Time. He is going to be talking. So maybe this is going to be impacting the actual post-market. We are still at 444.75, still outside of our bullish channel and still below our 452.91. So how did the rest of the market fare today? So VIX was elevated part of the day because of Jerome Powell. So we had the Federal Reserve interest rate decision this afternoon also. So this was a big day. And Jerome Powell and his gang has decided to not touch the rates. So we are staying at 375. So up before, so VIX was up before that meeting, and the news came out at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and Powell spoke from 2:30 to 3 something. So so the fear in the stock market increased a little bit. It increased prior, and then it subsided. And at 3:30, you know, at 3:30 started to go a little bit higher, but then was squished down. So VIX is at 1634. 1634. This is better than where it has been not too long ago, you know, because we were at 20. So it is right now, it seems to stay below 1739. This is the pattern that we are seeing right now. The lows are still increasing a little bit though. So we still need to watch this. What we would like to have a nice go in the stock market is the VIX starting to go lower than 1595, 1562. Then this is where we would be happy to have it. But the move that we are having today, when it is going down, we can be happy about this. So let's take a look at what Dow Jones and the other stock indices have done. So Dow Jones, let me show the indicators. So we still have momentum. We still are into our bullish channel. So this is still going higher. The highs are making a top right now at 49,636, but the lows are increasing. Once we break that 49,636, this is going to be a good indication. This is going to be a break-in pattern. So this is going to be bullish. Take a look at SPX. So SPX doing not too bad. We have momentum on the daily chart. If we take a look at the 1 hour chart, so we are really hugging those resistance right there. Really hugging them. We are very close to them. We should cave in to those resistance unless we break them. Because at some point we break them. Most of the time we cave in. You know, we cave in, we cave in, we cave in, we cave in. Most of the time, this is what we do. But when we are going to break it, this is going to be a signal. This is going to tell us that this is a change because we cave in. This is the default. The default is that we cave in. Once we start breaking outside, this is going to be super bullish for the whole market. Let me go to QQQ. So QQQ, you know, this is one of those instances. This was red. We used to cave in, cave in, cave in, boom. We're not caving in anymore. So QQQ is showing us signs that something is changing. So the stocks that are represented in QQQ are making higher highs. This is good news in a market where we want stocks to go higher. Nasdaq, look at this, same thing. This was red, this was red. We caved in, caved in, caved in. It's hard to see. It's hard to see, but we used to cave in, cave in, cave in, cave in, boom. We are crossing it. This is good news. SPX is not right there. SPX is not there yet. Nasdaq is there, QQQ is there. Dow Jones, not yet there either. But we have 2 out of 4 that are showing us that they want to go higher. Russell, this one is going sideways. Nothing bad to say about it. Again, this is caving in to the red line. This is what it's supposed to do. So, you know, the markets are not bad. We have 2 stock indices that are going higher out of 4. And VIX is at a relatively low 1634. Let's now take a look at gold. So gold is on a tear. What can I say? On Ether, we are up 3.63% today. We were going at this, this was the rate of ascent. This was the rate of ascent from November to January 21st. This was the rate of ascent. We were going like this. But now this is not fast enough. Boom. It's going vertical. When something goes vertical, this is nice. When we are in it, super nice. Nothing wrong with this. But when something goes vertical and something makes a very narrow bullish channel, this is a very narrow bullish channel. The two lines are very close to one another. This won't last a long time. But when it lasts, there's nothing wrong with it. But just to show, so I would suggest that you put some, if you're into it, put some automatic stop loss in there or take profit. At this point, it's take profit. It's not a stopping loss. We are not stopping any losses. We are making sure that we keep some of the profit that we have accumulated. So I suggest a stop loss right there. Automatic, so that if it comes down, you cash out some of what you have gained on paper. Silver, the move should be lasting longer because the bullish channel is wider. This is wider than what we have in gold. Look at this. This is so small. So silver, this is wider, so this should be continuing longer. We are up 6%. Incredible. 6%. This is moving like crazy. We are just loving it. All of our indicators are super bullish. RSI, look at this. RSI is overbought. Don't sell when something is overbought. When RSI is overbought, don't sell. Because, it has been overbought since silver was at 19. And I'm looking at spot physical silver. I'm not looking at the paper silver. This is the paper silver, but the paper silver is acting the same. Look at this. RSI is overbought. Who cares? It went from here to here. So we don't care when something is overbought. We don't care. Well, in fact, we are happy when something is overbought because it's showing us that the market is getting overheated. It's fine to have the market that is overheated. It just means that the RPM is in the red. So cars go fast when RPMs are in the red. Yes, the cars can blow up, the motor, the engine can blow up, but here we can just put a automatic stop loss, take profit. If it comes down, boom, we keep most of it. So cannot complain with that. Last two that we are going to look at today, we are going to look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, we are up 0.17%. We are currently at 89,389. This is the area that we want Bitcoin to be in. This is going to indicate a buy signal. Right now we are still into a downward channel. So we are still going down with Bitcoin. The good news is that we are trying for the past 3 days. Boom, 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 boom. We have been trying, and look at the top of this candle right here. I cannot make this up. Look at the top of the candle, right smack on this horizontal resistance, just a bit outside of this downward channel right here. So the red lines are still doing their job. Unfortunately, they are still doing their job. And so far today, the green line is doing its job also. It's maintaining the stock higher. Once we are going to have a break of this line and this line, we are going to be in this region. This is going to be a good sign that we should be continuing higher. Okay, let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, let me zoom out a little bit. So Ethereum, kind of the same thing or similar to what is happening with Bitcoin. Going lower. downward channel. Within the downward channel, just like Tesla, within the downward channel, we are going sideways. So we want to at least continue sideways. So that would mean that we are effectively outside of this downward channel. So we want it to go here, and then we want it to go here, and this region right here. The green region is where we want Bitcoin to be. The green region is going to be the buy signal to get back into Bitcoin. After having let it fall down, this is going to be the area to get back into it. So the number to remember here, 33.53. We need Ethereum to be above that number. This will indicate that this is the time to get back in with Bitcoin. So this has not happened yet. If we go lower than 27.34, this is going to mean that we should be expecting further move down. So this is this is the short area, and this is the buy area, and this is the boring area where nothing happens. And last but not least, let's take a look at BMNR. BMNR, one of our favorite Ethereum Treasury ETF. So this one is going sideways between 26.63 and 25.35. So it's supposed to zigzag, and this is what it's doing. Supposed to zigzag until it does this or it does that. So we are in waiting mode. This one will be impacted by what Ethereum is going to do, of course. And the BMNR is looking better a little bit in terms of patterns, because we have been, we have been going down, and now we are outside of the move down. We are going sideways. So whereas Bitcoin and Ethereum are still going down, they are still into a bearish channel. So there you have it, my friends. I do a video like this 5 days a week, but you need to become a member, a YouTube member at the 5 video a week level to get a video like this every single day. Every single day, this is a live I do. This one is special. This one is free Wednesday. There's Taco Tuesdays, and there's free Wednesdays. This is it. If you want to get the 5 days where we look at Tesla, Bitcoin, Ethereum, gold, silver, the stock indices, the VIX. So this is really great value. Become a YouTube member at the 5 video a week level. So one last look at Tesla. So Elon has not spoken yet. He's going to speak in 15 minutes. We are still at 444, 55, 82, 51, blah, blah, blah. So far, we are still outside of this bullish channel. Let's hope that Elon says some amazing things about full self-driving. Let's hope that he gets buyers and traders and investors of Tesla excited, so that they think, well, tomorrow morning I need to buy some Tesla shares. If we have more buyers than sellers, this is as simple as that. More buyers than sellers, the stock is going to go higher. So this is what we want. So listen to the earnings call. This is very often this is an eye opener. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. If you want a copy of those lines on your TradingView account, there's a way to do that. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow for those that are part of the 5 video a week. I'm going to tell you, à la prochaine, si Dieu le veut.